Hello there, my name is Jess. If this is your first time at my channel, welcome. If you are returning back, thank you. And we are going to talk about tea and what's going on. So today I'm going to pronounce this entirely wrong. Yu Quan Anzi Bai Ta. So I'm excited about this. It is a green tea. I really like green tea. I especially like fancy green teas. So this looks fancy. I always assume fancy just because, oh, it's so grassy smelling. It doesn't have a flavoring added to it. It's just a green tea, so it's probably just a very nice green tea. It kind of looks like a sencha, almost like a sencha with some matcha on it or something. It's kind of powdery. So it's these long kind of needles. Yeah. See if you can see that. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, smells very grassy. It is brewed at 170 Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to pay attention to that. I did not make a video on here yesterday. It was one of those days when I could not get myself to do much of anything. This has been a really busy couple of months, and it's kind of the bottom was sort of dropping out after last night. So I really just needed to decompress for a while and didn't do much of anything. I mean, I did. So I got up in the morning and I went and gave a friend a massage. One of my best friends is a wonderful hairdresser, and so she dyes my hair. It's got not a ton of gray, but a little bit of gray, and she just gives it kind of more depth with different colors. And I give her massages, so we do trades. So I went yesterday and gave her a massage in the morning, and then I came home, and it was the first kind of really cool, nice fall day, and I just was really in fall spirits. I went and got groceries, and that included some little pumpkins, so I put out some little pumpkins. And while I was at the grocery store, I bought some of the 4-hour starter log kind of things. We have a fireplace that works. I did technically do Vlogtober yesterday. It's just on my other channel. It's a short on my other channel. And my other channel is Jessica Cross ASMR, if you're interested in ASMR type stuff. And I put a short over there that was the fire that I made yesterday. It was my first fire of the season. My husband's a little bit allergic to the smell of fire, especially if it's a strong smell. So I tend to not burn a fire when he's here. He's going to be around. So I knew he was not going to be around for most of the day. So I picked up a starter log, and I had a fire for 4 hours, and then it died down, and then I went and picked up my son, and I told him that I had had a fire, and he said, I want a fire. So we burned another log when he got home. But what I mostly did yesterday, I'm not a big TV watcher, although that would not be true lately. I've been on a little bit of a I've been on a YouTube binge a little bit, but I watched Agatha After All on Disney Plus. So is it Agatha After All? I don't know. It's called Agatha, and I think it has a different name for the series. So they're still putting out different ones, but I think there's 4 out right now, so I watched those 4. So Agatha was, if I remember correctly, in WandaVision. Again, I'm not really a Marvel watcher, not big into superhero stuff. I used to be. I used to collect X-Men. I still actually have all my old X-Men. and gave them to my son. So we probably have a pretty good X-Men collection, but he's not really into superheroes either, so we don't watch a lot of that stuff. So, but I did watch WandaVision. I really liked WandaVision. And Agatha's at the end of WandaVision, and Agatha, this is a spin-off with her and other witches that are traveling the witch's road. So this is my tea. It is a very, very pale, I don't know, it's almost like a white wine kind of color, like a Viognier or a Vino Verde or something. It's very, very subtle. For green tea especially, I'm actually surprised with how grassy it smelled. And considering, sorry, there's a mosquito that got in the house. Considering that I let it steep a little bit longer, I probably let it steep a little bit more than 3 minutes, I'm surprised that it is as light as it is. It's nice. It's not one I would run out and get though. I like stronger flavors in my tea. This one is, it's not helping that this glass kind of smells like my dishwashing detergent. I'm going to use my regular, I poured, that glass is too small, but I used it so that you guys could see the color. But I poured some of it in my regular tea glass, which I hand wash. Yeah, I think the dishwashing detergent was putting me off a little bit. I do like it better. It is very light. It's almost like a white tea, which is not always my favorite. Again, this is not one I will probably do a second steep of. If there was a lot of flavor in the first steep, then I would do a second steep with a lot of green teas. But this one I probably won't do a second steep. It's just very, very light. It's just a really, it's not even, it's like a little bit of vegetal flavor, but not much. Yeah, it's like a little bit herby vegetal, but there's not a lot of flavor. This is not my favorite in terms of green teas. I know people who like white teas and like really light teas might really enjoy this. So, yep, so I did some binge watching yesterday, and then I had I let myself do that, which I don't usually do. First of all, because it was just a cozy day, and I wanted to watch something Halloweeny, so I wanted to watch a witch thing, and I knew I wasn't going to have evenings off for a couple of nights. So last night I had to be at a venue moving instruments at around 5 and was there until about 9:30. We did a performance. It went really well. It was a lot of fun, but it was exhausting. Moving instruments, we have very large, heavy instruments and a large orchestra. So moving instruments is always a process, and I didn't even participate in all of it. I moved things out of the truck at the venue, and I moved stuff back into the truck at the venue, but I didn't go back to our rehearsal space, and I didn't go to our rehearsal space to move things in. So when my husband got home, he was absolutely exhausted from doing all that moving. But it was a fun performance. Yeah, it's hard when we do big performances like that. So when we have to move all the instruments, usually we don't move all the instruments at once. So it was fun, but tiring. And I knew that was going to be my evening, so I let myself just kind of veg during the day. I also didn't have any clients, sessions with clients yesterday. For some reason, they're all like loaded on Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. I think I have 2 sessions tomorrow on Thursday, but normally I have more. So Tuesday just ended up being just a massage day, which was fun. And so I got to watch that. Things are going to calm down. I have a session late tonight, but I went climbing today, had sessions this morning, went climbing today, did a meditation, and have been following up on Hurricane Milton because I'm so sad, for the people in Asheville who just dealt with Helene, and for all the people in Florida and I know there's people in Georgia and all along that really got hit hard, but I'm pretty close to Asheville, and have been to Asheville probably 3 or 4 times, and so it's very sad to see it really flooded the way it is, and I'm so worried about people in Florida and sending them my love. To be evacuated twice in that short a period of time, it's just so, it's just totally changes your life. I mean, I think about how stressed out I get from things I have planned ahead, let alone just the chaos of being evacuated. So I've been a little bit obsessed with that, and worrying about those people tonight and how that will all go. I'm also planning a trip to Orlando in February. I think I'm going to take my son to Universal Studios. My parents have a timeshare that they're going to be down there in, so I would have a free place to stay, and it's a very short flight from here, direct, and not very expensive, so it's kind of silly not to take advantage of it for a long weekend if we can. So I am hoping everyone down there is okay. I hope it decreases from a category 4 to a category 3 like they were hoping. I don't know if it will, and I just hope everybody stays safe. So that's been on my radar today. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you for checking in again. If you have watched these, I'll make a playlist too of all of the Vlogtober videos in case you want to catch back up. And otherwise, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. We'll see what the day looks like. And again, thank you for watching.